What's up and welcome to The Cap, the place that's always going to keep you in the conversation. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow along because we want to hear from you. Today, we're going to the Arlington Fight Club. We're talking a little modern day golf, and we're hanging loose with Chuck Deuce. All that and more, it's time to get capped. Let's go. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. That's a quote from one of my favorite movies, appropriately titled Fight Club, starring Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. Now, that movie's about pushing limits, and yesterday in Arlington, Texas, the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays, two teams that have a lot of history, pushed a lot of limits and did very little talking. First, the score. The Rangers won 7-6 to continue their good play this season. But that's not even the beginning of the story. Oh no. The Rangers had an axe to grind with Jose Bautista, and yesterday in the 8th inning, they hit him with a pitch. To get revenge, he made a late slide into second, which Rougned Odor took exception to. Odor cold-clocked Bautista, starting one of the biggest brawls baseball's seen in years. So the question is this good for baseball? Well, baseball is America's pastime, but it's become a little bit pedestrian in the periphery. So yes, this is good for baseball, and this is exactly what's going to make baseball exciting again. On to basketball. There's a kitchen scene in the 1993 movie Jurassic Park where two dinosaurs have two young kids running scared. That's kind of what it felt like last night for Game 7 at the Air Canada Center when the Twin Raptors Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan had the Miami Heat running scared, especially in the fourth quarter where they outscored the Heat by 19 points. DeMar DeRozan came up big with 28, Kyle Lowry even bigger with 35, and the Raptors won 116-89. Now they move on to play the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals, and all I have to say is I hope they have their claws out because this is going to be tough. Global superstar Rihanna and world-renowned DJ Calvin Harris have a new song out. It's called This Is What You Came For. And yesterday in Ponte Vedra, Florida at the Players Championship, world #1 golfer Jason Day knew exactly what he was coming for. That was to win. He dominated the best field in golf by 4 shots and led wire to wire. So nowadays we should be saying Tiger who, because this is a modern day era of golf. Jason Day wins with humility and with class, and he will be the favorite going into the US Open in June. And a fun fact from this tournament, New Orleans Saints kicker Josh Scobie got to caddy for PGA Tour player Steve Wheatcroft in the final round. That's pretty cool. On the ice in St. Louis last night, it was the Brian Elliott show. That's right, the goalkeeper had 31 saves. The Blues won the first game over the Sharks, and they lead the series 2-1 going into the second game. Let's hang a little 10. Adult Swim just announced their new animated comedy pickups, and one of those shows is called Chuck Deuce. Chuck is a surfer from NorCal, Santa Cruz specifically, who paddles out to carve mavericks when a big wave crashes into him and he loses his mind. This weekend down in Rio de Janeiro, Gabriel Medina must have been straight out of his mind because the dude attempted a double grab backflip. That's right, in competition. When he landed it, he got perfect scores and he made history, and he might have changed the sport of surfing forever. In entertainment capital, let's keep it extreme today. Talent Viola is a young kid from Durban, South Africa. At 8 years old, he escaped an abusive father, and at 14, he was homeless living in a skate park. His skateboard became his passion and his pillow, and he used his talent to survive. Tony Hawk saw him ripping tricks in this skate park, and years later, he and Kenny Anderson, a pro skater, helped Talent get to Los Angeles. At 22, he's one of the best young skaters in the world, and he's helping kids here in the city. It's all documented in Natalie John's new sports documentary called I Am Talent, and I highly recommend you checking it out. John Maxwell, I think, said it best when he said, "Talent is a gift, but character is a choice." That's it for us today. I'm Brook, and you've just been capped.